Hello everyone, welcome to Cardmaking Fundamentals and welcome to a brand new classroom. I'm super excited to introduce to you the Frosty Fun Classroom. This package here is the lesson kit that is optional. Lesson kits are nice because you can follow along with me using the exact same supplies that I'm using. And I think you're going to love this month's kit. This month's kit is called Frosty Fun once more. And it's great because our classrooms will go live the first 4 Fridays of December. So by the time we finish them, your card projects that are winter themed will be perfect for mailing in January. So I think that works out great. I love winter themed cards. And I'm super excited about our stamp set this month, and I think you will be too. So we're going to go over our lesson kit in just a minute. I do want to share with you the projects that we're going to be creating and then the supplies that you're going to need for the classroom. So hold on, we're going to go over this in just a minute, but let's take a look at our projects. We are shaking it up and we're getting a little bit inky in this classroom. So we are going to create shakers for all 4 of our card projects. This is our first one, and it is a fun shaker. This is our second lesson, and this is also another shaker, and they're very easy to create. This is our third shaker, and then we have our final and 4th shaker. There's no one like you. I think they're so cute. You can see the fun images in our projects this month, and they are going to be we're using every single item in our stamp set. So these are all of the projects that we're going to be creating. I mentioned shaking it up, so we're going to create shakers, but I don't know if you noticed in the background we're going to do a little bit of ink smooshing using some watercolor ink, and then we are going to be doing some little splattering using some white paint. So we're going to get our hands a little messy, but no worries, because I have a little pack that will help keep our fingers not so inky and I'll go over that in our lesson kit in just a minute. I do want to go over the supplies that we need, so I'm going to put our projects off to the side and we're going to go over our supplies. You're going to need a tape runner. You're going to need a black ink for alcohol marker coloring. And I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. This is actually a great ink for coloring in images. You're going to need 3 different blue inks. Now, I'm going for like a tealy blue color, but 3 different colors of blue inks. And they don't have to be, let me show you the colors I have here. Just as long as there are 3 different colors, I think it will work out good. It doesn't have to be oxide ink. We're going to be creating a background with snowflakes with these, and so 3 different colors of your favorite inks that you have on hand would work out perfectly for that. I have Broken China, Peacock Feathers, and Mermaid Lagoon. And these will be listed on your homework sheet that's downloadable, that have pictures of each project that we're going to be creating, and it'll have a list of what you need. Basically everything that I'm sharing with you right now. You're going to need scissors. You're also going to need glue. I'm going to bring in a craft pick. And then I'm also going to need an acrylic block for stamping. And then you're going to need something to clean off your stamp. And I'm suggesting baby wipes or a stamp chamois, anything, or your stamp cleaner, something to clean off your stamps once you're done stamping. Okay? So this is everything that you're going to be, oh, one more thing. Since we are getting inky, I suggest definitely a craft mat. Craft mats are really nice for protecting your work surface or a piece of scratch paper. I want to actually share with you one craft mat. Spellbinders has, this is a 12 by 12, I'm thinking, let's see. This is a 12 by 12 inch black craft mat. If you don't have one, this is a nice investment. It's not that big. It's 12 inches by 12 inches. It's from Spellbinders and Fun Stampers Journey. This is the back side, minus the foam adhesive. But I often create on here. And I got this at a great price point. I'm not sure if this is on sale or not, but I will list this down below. I think I picked mine up for like $7. but I'm pretty sure I got it on sale. I'm a sale shopper. But it was such a good deal that I picked up a few. So this is what it looks like in the package. So I have a backup too. But you want something definitely, I'll be using this. But you'll be needing something to protect your work surface. Definitely, because we're going to be doing splattering and we're going to be doing some ink smooshing. So definitely a craft mat. Okay, if not, you don't have to worry. Just grab a couple pieces of scratch paper to protect your work surface. I'm going to put everything aside. This is all the supplies we're going to need. And then, I say this now, but we probably are going to need, oh, before I do, I want to show the markers that we're going to be using. So I was right, it's not all we're going to be using. You're going to need some alcohol markers. And okay, these are the markers that we're going to be needing for our coloring in our images. I mentioned we're going to be coloring in every single image in our stamp set, and you're going to need some fleshed colors. You don't necessarily need two, you can just use one if you want, but flesh color for our Eskimo's face. Now I have some darker grays and a black. Let me show you. I'm going to bring in a C4. So we're going to need this for the penguin. And then this is for our sled and our Eskimo house. So lots of C markers. You're going to need an orange for a penguin. And then the rest of these the light pink will go with the skin. We're going to rosy up some cheeks of the penguins and also of our little Eskimo girl. And then these are the Eskimo girl's clothes. So you're going to need in hair, a color for her hair, a pink and a teal and a green for her outfit. So these are all the markers, and I'll list these down below. But again, you don't have to use Copic markers. Copic markers are expensive. But if you have them, I'll list them. But if not, just find some similar colors. Let's take another screenshot. Like this. Just find some similar colors that will coordinate with these for coloring. In fact, you could even use color pencils. In fact, the coloring that I'm doing, you can see here for this little Eskimo girl, it's pretty basic. So one color would work. Look at our little polar bear. Believe it or not, polar bear only has 2 markers. So it's very easy coloring. Okay, so we're going to need your markers. Now what we're going to do is go over the items that are in our lesson kit. This is how it will arrive. Your label will be on top, your shipping label. And if you open it from the bottom, yours will be sealed. Let me flip it over. Yours will be sealed like this. So if you take some scissors and just trim off the bottom, you'll be able to open it, and then there's a handle that you can pull out your kit with the handle. Makes it really easy. And then inside this bag is everything that is part of our fundamental Frosty Fun Lesson Kit. There should be 3 items. And we're going to first go over our classroom newsletter. In this, if you turn it around, open it up, there are 4 lesson kits. And they'll be all labeled here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so the first 4 Fridays of the month, you're going to need one of these. And I'll tell you which one we need on the first Friday. Of course, it's going to be lesson number 1. So you're going to get 4 of your lesson, we'll call these base kits. And that's not going to go in there right now. Okay, and then in this little vinyl pouch, this is nice to store leftovers. I really actually like these. Your stamp set will fit in there, leftovers, lots of bells and whistles will fit in there. But here you get 4 card bases. They are peel and seal. Way better than the lick and stick, especially since we had a pandemic. And then this is your Frosty Fun schedule. The first 4 Fridays of December, you'll notice here I have a typo. It says the last lesson 4 will be November 23rd. That's a typo. It's supposed to be December 23rd. It will be the day before Christmas Eve. So If you want to take this out, or when you get this, make a little note, and it's not November, it's December. But it'll be December 2nd, December 9th, December 16th, and December 23rd. I just noticed that typo. Sorry about that, guys. So that is your schedule that you will want to hold on to. Put it on your craft desk or tack it down to your fridge. That's when each one of your classrooms go live. I know December is a busy time of month, so if you want to hold off until later on or whenever you have a convenient time to do the classroom, then you can. That's the best thing about the online classrooms. You can do it anytime you want, really. Now, in this goodie bag is basically a lot of bells and whistles. Okay, I want to take everything out. First, we're going to go over the big item in the back. I included a craft mat. Now, this is large. It comes in a plastic bag that you can store it in. It's a thicker plastic other than your packaging. But the nice thing about this is it's wipeable. Okay, I use these often, and I have quite a few on my desk, and they work minus the acetate here, but they work really well for craft projects. So I included a craft mat in the kit this month. Now, also included is our stamp set. This month I was excited. I was able to bring in a Pretty Pink Posh Winter Wonderland stamp set, and we're going to use all the items in this stamp set. I was so excited about this. Now, if you guys want to pick up there is a coordinating die set. Pretty Pink Posh shop has it, and I will leave that link down below. If you guys want to head over to Pretty Pink Posh, she has some coordinating dies. If you do want the coordinate, we're going to be fussy cutting all the images out, but if you prefer to get the dies to go with your stamp set, the option is there. But for price purposes, I couldn't include a die set, but I will leave that link if you guys want a die set to go with it. Okay, this is called Winter Wonderland, and it's super cute stamp set. It's a full-size 4x6 stamp set. Now, in this bag, there's quite a few items. This kind of looks like a surgical kit, but I've included a heavy-duty cloth. Not really a cloth, I take that back. It's a heavy-duty paper towel, and then you have one of those triangle dishes. We're going to need to fill that with a little bit of water. I've also included a little picker-upper thingy-majigger that's going to help pick up water. You're going to love that. And there's a little spoon. Spoon is going to help pick out the glitter that we have. It's not really, I would say sequins. Kind of cross between sequins and glitter is what we have in the kit. And then I've also included some vinyl gloves. The gloves are going to be really handy because the ink here, it looks like it's a black ink, but this is actually a teal color ink. It's almost the color as the S on the word crafters here. It's a watercolor ink, and you're definitely, if you don't want your fingers to get inky, you probably definitely want to wear the gloves. So that's why I included it. So you get a jar of some watercolor ink. This is a teal color. I probably still have a little bit of watercolor, maybe a little bit on my thumb, you can see. So it does stain. So it will stain your work surface, and so that's why I've included the paper towel too. Okay, I've included 2 paintbrushes. These are just inexpensive paintbrushes, but you're going to need one for your watercolor because we're going to do a little bit of swishing. And then I have another one because of this little jar here. This is actually white acrylic paint. I love using this. Actually, let me show you the one I like to use. And it's very similar. Ugh. Okay, this is Dana Wakely's Bright Ranger, and this is white acrylic paint. This is great for snowfall or white splatters. And this is what this looks like. And this is very close to this. I would say almost identical. So you have a jar of this to create some snowfall splatters. Okay, and that's why you need an extra paintbrush, because we're going to thin it out. So you get a container of white acrylic paint. And then I like to frosty up my windows since we have shakers for all 4 cards. I've included, this is a coarse sponge dauber. I don't know if you can see the dauber, but this is great for adding a little bit of a snowy effect to the edges of windows. So I've included this in our kit. And this is something that is a great stash builder. You'll be able to reuse this. The handle on it is really nice and it's washable, so that makes that really nice. I've included some long skinny foam strips. We're going to need these for our shaker cards. And then I have some wood hearts that have the word love on them. You can have lots left over. And I've also included a full jar of sparkle cuts. This is Fun Stampers Journey Confetti Sparkle Elements. And this is a full jar. Let me show you. And I love the iridescent tint to these. So you get a full jar, and that's why you got that little spoon. And right here to help scoop that out. And so we are getting our craft, so we're getting inky and messy, and I am excited, and we're shaking it up a bit too. So that is everything this month in the Frosty Fun Classroom. I hope you can join me for December's classrooms. I think we're going to have a blast creating all of our projects. And I say we're going to get messy and inky, but it's really not that bad. I'm kind of a tidy person, and normally ink smushing is something that's uncontrollable. What I ink smush will be different from what you ink smush. And so I thought this is the perfect classroom because it doesn't matter, because it's going to be in the background. And we're not only going to be ink smushing, we're going to be splattery too. And it could be splattering all different. So I think it will still have the same outcome. So these are all of our cards that we're going to be creating once more. And I hope you can join in the classroom. Homework sheets are over on the cardmakingfundamentals.com blog. Check that out, along with the lesson kits. They're on the blog, and if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll be notified every time there's a new classroom and every time there's a new kit. But if you sign up for YouTube, click that subscribe button down there in the corner, and there's a bell next to it. Click that bell, and every time Fundamentals posts, you'll be notified too. So it's kind of like, and then I send out emails too. So it's like triple notification. So you won't miss out on anything. That's it for the classroom. We're going to have some frosty fun, and I hope you can join me. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.